Welcome to the family with
Sage Robert Rasmussen.
Do it again.
Sage Robert.
Sage Robert Rasmussen.
There you go.
Alex Barnard Rasmussen.
Catherine Brandt.
And Andy Barnard.
See, that's all you need to know.
It is.
So I jumped around from newspaper to newspaper to newspaper on site. And of course, it's all just magnificent news. You want to hear the top story for today from the New York Post?
Yeah.
Do I don't know.
Top Wall Street executive predicts social unrest due to AI. Millions of people are going to be out of a job.
Well, that's probably true.
What's going to happen to this planet if millions and millions of people don't have any income?
It's happened before.
I guess the robots will have to be generating all the income, and they'll have to share it with the people that don't work.
That's the idea.
That's the only solution, right?
I mean, it's like this happens all the time. The Industrial Revolution put tons of people out of job. Miners, every miner in the world went out of work as soon as we started inventing those gigantic excavators.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Something. I mean, I don't see it. The only growth industries that we have here in the state of Minnesota are government and healthcare.
Yeah.
Service.
We're not doing anything else. So, I don't know.
God, government's gotten way too big. Why did we ever allow that to happen?
Did you see that story about it's the SSSI, Secret Service something? The Secret Service.
What about it?
So Kamala Harris was having a rally.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Service just breaks into a business owner's business.
What?
Covers the security cameras up with tape and uses it as a toilet for the staffers for
2 hours apparently
for the rally.
Yeah.
How are they allowed to do that?
They never asked permission.
Oh, God.
They just did it. I mean, I thought that was what a tyrannical government does, is just takes your stuff without permission.
Definitely sounds very like Roman Empire later days.
And how hard would it have been to I mean, you're doing a rally, you've got security, everybody's, there's tons of people there before it even happens. How hard would it be to secure a bathroom with permission from somebody? I mean, I really have a hard time thinking that that's okay.
Well, it's a commie setup. Commies do whatever they want to do.
It's not okay for the government to just burst into your business and take over your building.
It's not what they think. They think do whatever they want now. It's just unbelievable.
I don't like that at all.
I would agree with you. No question.
But anyway, so we are downsizing. I don't know if people know this or not, but we have been
everybody's heard
downsizing for months and months and months. And I found this book, which
called the Bible.
It is called
A
Tradition of Purple, an inside look at the Minnesota Vikings by Jim Bruton. A foreword by Bud Grant.
Bud Grant did the foreword.
It is signed by Jim, the author. It's written out to Tom. But
he didn't really mean it.
We're going to give it away on social media.
We're going to cross out Tom and write whoever's name wins.
No, we're going to have Tom pay it forward to whoever gets this. And what are we going to do it on social media?
Social media would be the best option.
Okay, so look for this in the next day or two, and I don't know how we'll give it away. First person that responds,
I'd say probably we'll make a post, and out of all the comments, we'll just pick a random
one.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. And in the coming days and weeks, I've got some more things like that. I've got some North Star history memories with Lou Nanny.
Yeah, he signed that too, didn't he?
I've got 2 of those. I've got some books by Louis Anderson and some memorabilia from Louis Anderson. We just don't have the space for it. And I'm Swedish death cleaning. And I know
Swedish death cleaning.
And I know if I croak tomorrow, all of this would go in a dumpster anyway. So I'm just going to give it to somebody that would like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
we
can
also
enjoy
have a VHS tape of the Pat Miles special from 1992, where she interviews Dad, 3 other people.
Who are the 3 other people?
I'll go get the tape.
It's on YouTube. That interview's on YouTube, though, right, Andy?
He
He's
took
getting
his.
the
Oh,
he's
well,
getting
he
the-
told me that we don't need, because maybe there's some good advice out there from listeners. I am going to digitize 1 million photos. I'm
Mhm.
sending it to a company. You pack it all in a box. I think you're supposed to kind of do it chronologically or as close to it as you can.
Okay.
And they scan it all in, and they even enhance really old photos, because I've got some very old photos from my mother's early days in Vesely, Minnesota, and apparently they can clean those up pretty well.
So we got Stephen Sharon, Tom Barnard, Cindy Brucato, and Dave Moore.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
the lineup.
Yeah, it's from
What?
1992. So
Well, you did
Oh my
you did a
gosh.
couple of Pat Miles ones. I was on one of
Mhm.
them.
I was
Mhm.
3.
Wait,
yeah, we.
or was
no,
that Frank?
No, yeah, this is the only Pat Miles special that Dad was on, I believe.
Oh, no, Pat Miles came out to the farm.
Yes, you did.
Was that on there?
We didn't watch the whole thing because
Oh.
Ethan was not terribly
Okay,
interested.
so that might be the one where she brought, because I know that we did one with Frank.
Yeah,
Frank
we did.
Vassalero.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I don't know if we have a copy of that anywhere.
The only part of this that we watched was Dad was in his old like school or something. And there
Oh,
was a
St.
bunch,
Anne's.
yeah,
Oh, he took him to North Minneapolis.
yeah, a bunch
Yep.
of your friends were there.
No, she took me to
Oh,
North Minneapolis.
yeah. I remember Andy Fisher was there.
Mhm. Guy and
Yes.
Greg
They
Lorenz.
called you arrogant.
We did not.
Yeah, they did. They said
Who
you were
did?
arrogant.
Yeah, Andy Fisher and the Lawrence were there.
Andy
and
Fisher said I was arrogant.
I think Tommy O'Brien was there.
Tommy O'Brien. Yep. Is
Were they wrong?
that a booger?
Okay.
What is going on?
Nice.
Sidebar.
Oh,
Sage. Oh dear. Sage and I had to run into Target quick to get. I needed new thing of makeup, and he was like, "Can I look at the dollar section to see if there's anything, whatever?" And he found a miniature kite. It was $1.
Oh yeah, he loves
Huh.
his miniature kite.
Oh,
It's a
already.
shark,
Miniature
and he opens it up and goes, "Wow, Ethan would tear this up in
Yeah.
I don't know 5 seconds."
Yeah, you would.
I'm like, I love that. That's what you think of when you see
Well,
a
it's good
delicate
because
kite. She's like, "Wow."
it's good because it means he won't let Ethan touch things like that.
It's
Because
like
it
this-
is true. He would destroy them instantly.
This
Yes.
wouldn't last long.
yeah. Speaking of Ethan, so on social media, I'm sure people saw that we went to the
Carver
Carver
County Fair.
County
Carver County
Fair.
Fair.
Oh yes.
And Ethan was. Well, what do you want to do, Ethan? You want to go on the rides? You want to go eat? Are you hungry? I want to see chickens.
Chickens.
I want to see
Chickens.
chickens.
And so we get in there, and oh, look, Ethan, there's llamas, there's pigs, there's bunnies. The bunnies, I think, was the first one.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, I want to see chickens.
Chickens.
So-
That's all he wanted. I don't know why.
Yeah, he really wanted to see
Don't
chickens.
know why. He
So,
doesn't even care that much. I mean, he likes farm animals because he's familiar with them all.
Yeah.
We talk
all
about
kid,
them
and
quite
the
a
kid,
bit.
Kid books are always
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
exactly.
of farm
So
animals.
it's
farm
like-
animals.
Cow says moo.
But it's
Yeah.
like chickens have never really been like a favorite animal of his. But
Well,
They
I
are
guess,
now.
I
Well, it
guess
is-
on Sunday.
You
they
know,
were.
I was gonna say,
Saturday.
it seems like on a random day they'll just be like,
yeah.
"I want to eat this food."
Hmm.
Like especially, yeah, like 2, 3.
He
It's like,
certainly does do that.
Well,
Yes.
he's definitely hitting that. He's going to be 3 in November, and
Yep.
he's hitting that. I want to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Insistent stuff.
Yep.
It's like I gotta do it. I want to do it. We're gonna do it.
And some of the things he comes up with just doesn't make sense. It's like one day all of a sudden he's just like, I want pretzels. And it's like, we haven't bought pretzels in 5 months. Where did you even get the idea?
I want breath.
To
Oh,
want- Where
Jude's
did
on
you even get the
camera.
idea to want pretzels in the first place?
Yeah, Jude, for some strange reason, has been wanting to sit in my lap. Usually, he
Hi,
just
Jude.
lays in the corner and goes
Yep.
to sleep. But I don't know.
Judy.
He's on camera right now.
I think it's because Sage is here.
Well, Sage just sprayed
That could be.
liquid. Did he spray you too?
he
Oh,
has,
Mr. Laugh It Up,
he has
pal.
boba tea,
Oh,
and he popped a boba in my hand.
Yes,
What-
in mine
What
too.
are bobas made of?
Tapioca.
yeah.
That's what I
it
thought.
was a tapioca.
It's just like a ball of tapioca.
Yep.
Mhm.
It just doesn't
don't really-
Except for
seem-
this is
I don't
popping boba, so it's got like juice in it.
know. Oh.
Maybe it's made of
Tapioca
plastic, who
balls, but
knows?
it can be made out of grass jelly, aloe vera, red bean, and popping boba is in particular sodium alginate and calcium chloride.
Yum.
What's that mean?
Tasty. I don't know. It's sodium alginate. I think is what's in Gaviscon, the heartburn
Get
stuff.
away from me.
Oh,
No, okay, Sage, please stop doing that. This is not.
Yeah, it's basically just
no.
fruit juice
No.
in a ball made out of
What are you
sodium
looking at me
alginate.
for?
You pointed.
I said, get out. That's what I was
Just
saying.
sit down and behave.
Sit down and behave. There you go. Good luck with the kid.
Yeah. Sage,
is
why
all
don't
I have
you
to
tell?
say.
What do you? Hey, sit down. Act like a human being.
Ooh.
What are you doing later?
Today.
I'm going to basketball camp.
Basketball.
At 1 o'clock.
Can you dunk yet?
On little hoops, yes, but not on NBA hoops.
Not on the
Away.
10-footers?
Sage
No.
watched
Not too many
the
people can.
Olympics.
Yep, we watched
And
the
I'm
U.S. Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna watch wheelchair basketball in the Paralympics.
Oh,
Very
nice.
excited
Yeah,
about
yeah,
wheelchair
they can. They
basketball.
really whip around. I had a friend that was in wheelchair basketball.
We did,
One
yeah.
of my
Wheelchair
dad's
tennis.
friends, Craig, was actually a professional, like 2-person like canoe
Rower.
thing.
Canoe thing.
Yeah.
He was like
and-
one person away from being in the Olympics
Yeah.
for rowing.
No.
Yeah, one of my
how-
dad's friends. Two of
how
them.
disappointing.
Two of my dad's friends should have been in the Olympics for rowing.
No, one was skiing,
Hmm.
and then one was rowing.
Oh.
My dad should have been in the Olympics for skiing.
Oh, he didn't commit his entire life to skiing like you need to be in the
Yeah.
True,
Olympics.
you really do.
You
He
really
skis-
shouldn't have a family if you're going to be an
he's-
Olympic
Mhm.
athlete.
He
He
skis
skis
a lot,
all the time in the winter.
and he roller skis a lot in the summer, but it's not his entire existence.
Right.
Yes, he also roller skis in the snow.
Well, and he also is a dad.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is,
that too.
That's
Has
time
a-
consuming, right
And
there.
my water bottle also balances on this chair.
Look at that.
Look at that.
So
Nice
Sage,
balance.
how have you felt about the Olympics? Now they're over.
Oh, that's right. The closing ceremonies were what, last night or are
Yep,
they today?
Last
Okay.
night.
Big disagreement, of course, like there is every Olympics.
We also watched the 2 last gold medal games for the women's basketball and men's
Oh,
basketball.
who won?
They both played the same country.
France.
So USA versus France for men's, USA versus France for women's,
Mhm.
and we both won them.
USA.
Yeah. Mom, just- and
It wasn't even me. It was Nana.
was
no,
Nana.
it wasn't.
I wasn't
It
even
was too. It was
I did it.
Nana.
I did it.
Ah! And the first game for men's, we beat France by 11 points, but for the women's, we beat France by 1 point.
One
wow.
point.
Yeah, there
This
was a big-
Olympic
Wow.
report is brought to you by Sage Rasmussen.
And none of them made it to 100, but mostly all of the basketball games make it to 100, but these two
That's-
didn't.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of points, isn't it?
Oh, no, the baskets are easy to make, really easy.
11 points is nothing in basketball.
Yeah, but I mean, they're Olympic athletes, so
Yeah. So
You'd
you
think
know
that they would be-
that it was evenly matched if
Yeah.
nobody makes it
Yeah.
to 100.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What else? What were your other favorite things to watch in the Olympics? You had a couple other favorite things.
Soccer.
Did you watch any Olympic soccer?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, you really liked the artistic swimming,
What's artistic?
synchronized swimming. They changed the
Yeah.
name now. It's
And-
artistic
Why?
swimming.
And
Did they change the name?
archery and
Archery.
sword fighting
Almost.
and gun shooting.
It used to be rhythmic gymnastics too, but now it's artistic gymnastics.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
But we can still call it the normal names. Who cares?
That's the spirit.
It's true.
I
You
like
are-
that.
He's a member of this
You
family,
know-
isn't he? I'll call it whatever I want.
Break dancing is now an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
Breaking.
And I don't think it's going to come
It's not
back.
coming back when it's in LA.
Well, you know, I kind of feel like breakdancing was an artistic sport. It's not, or an artistic expression, not a sport.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's so subjective. And
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very
it's
subjective.
grading something like that just kind of defeats the purpose, I feel.
I
And it's-
kind of feel like anything artistic really shouldn't be in the Olympics.
Yeah, it'd be like
That's-
Olympic painting. It's like,
Yeah. Where
just-
does it stop?
yeah, makes no sense.
Well, it's not coming back for the next
Nope.
Summer Olympics. It's already decided.
There's a lot of embarrassments among the breakdancing.
the Australian woman
yeah.
What did she do? Are
She
you okay? Are
literally
you okay?
hopped around like a bunny,
A kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Because she's Australian, you see.
Writhed around on the ground. Like she laid on her side and did
I
like
saw that
toe
weird
touches on the ground. She said her whole thing was, she was like, I knew I wasn't going to beat the top of the top women, and so I wanted to make my mark in a different way.
So I just wasted everyone's
by
time.
looking like a fool.
Yep.
Well, everyone's talking about her, so that's what she wanted was fame. She got it.
Sage has a friend who he does golf with on Fridays, and his dad's from Australia, so I'm excited to be like, do you feel proud? How do you feel?
Yeah, there's always somebody that has to be weird just to get attention.
My biggest upset at the Olympics was that Mongolia didn't get a single medal in archery.
You would think that Mongolians,
the thing they've been known for 2,000 years,
mostly slaying people with their archery.
Well, yes, but you got to be a good shot in order to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Mostly running through villages or on horseback, right? Setting the little villages on fire and yeah.
They haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, but that's kind of what they're very well known for.
That is true. Say Mongolia, and people are going to think Genghis Khan.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
he's not a good guy.
He was a bad marauder.
Marauder.
He was.
Yeah, and Russia's not allowed in the Olympics.
Yeah, they cheated.
They cheated?
They did?
They weren't allowed in these Olympics.
For the last two Olympics.
What did they cheat on? I mean,
they did too much
many
doping
steroids,
and too many things. There was.
I thought it might have something to do with the war.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a political decision, but they were like, "Oh, yes, it's because."
Well, in the last Winter Olympics, there was like it wasn't Russia. It was like its own separate little grouping of people from Russia, but they weren't representing Russia.
Oh yeah,
right, I remember that
in the Winter Olympics. But then this Summer Olympics, no Russians.
We're on Team Northern Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
maybe that should be a rule. Maybe that would help the politicians in the world stop wanting to go to war so much. If anytime anybody's involved in any sort of war, they cannot go to the Olympics.
Yeah, for real.
I like that.
If you can do it to Russia, why can't you do it to everyone?
No, Russia was.
CNBC says it's because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yep. Oh, really? Okay.
And they can participate, but only if they are individual neutral athletes. So they can't represent Russia, but they can be from Russia.
Okay, that's what it was for the winter.
Right.
It was like.
So there were 15 Russian athletes at the Summer Games this year.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
I guess because I mean it really isn't fair.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah,
yeah, because
especially if somebody's been training and that's going to be their year to do the best they possibly can.
Just
because you usually really only do have one shot because I mean you have to be like old enough to be in your physical prime, but also
you're
young
not
enough
to be on camera.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because it's like swimmers. And I think swimming is what you can get the most medals in.
Yeah, it seems like there's like 700 medals for swimming.
Yeah, because you can be
Your son.
I know. Well, he let him do it.
No, I did not let him do it. He forced me.
Yes, I forced Yes,
I forced everything.
Everyone.
Because you can do. There's so many different distances and different strokes.
Let's see. Total number of medals by sport. There are 37 swimming medals per year. These are just gold medals, by the way. So you can get 37 gold medals.
That's why Michael Phelps.
Swimming.
That's why Michael Phelps has so many medals because he has so many opportunities to get the medals.
Well, yeah, and he's got to be an excellent swimmer to be able to do all the different things.
I mean, it's basically just like swim a little longer, swim a little shorter.
Katie Ledecky has a lot of medals, but her strength is distance.
Right.
Like the longer the distance, the more. Okay, Sage, I am done with this. You cannot have this anymore.
No.
Well, this is.
Oh no!
What?
No, please.
Is it true that America didn't get any medals in shooting?
I don't have any idea. I didn't watch 1 minute of the Olympics.
I think if anyone would be good at shooting, it would be America. Oh no, looks like we got a couple.
My brother Terry should go do that.
Blam.
That guy, the Turkish guy. Everybody
Yeah,
talk
that
about
everyone's
him.
obsessed with for some
Everyone's
reason.
obsessed with him because everybody in shooting wears like all this special gear and it's like to line it all up and ear protection and and like all these things. And this guy from Turkey, it's like an older guy, just walks out with nothing and then just like takes his gun out, shoots, and I think he got bronze.
Oh,
Like he didn't even do anything, and all these people had all this gear and spent all this time lining everything up, and he just was like James Bond, like, well, whatever, this is just.
well, if you have a bunch of gear to help you shoot, then is it really a big skill? I don't know.
Well, it's not like laser sights or anything. It's just like hearing protection and that sort of
that
thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
you should have hearing protection.
And like I'm trying, and like isn't there like wrist, some sort of
maybe a wrist brace for.
Well, I feel like a wrist brace would be not
I'm trying to think
allowed.
of okay, what do they wear?
He's upset because he can't do a trick anymore with his glowing little puff bags or whatever those are. I don't think you're supposed to bite on those. That might not be healthy for you.
It's from his beverage, Dad.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Exploding
It's
boba or
boba. Okay,
whatever.
so what
Don't get that all over my shirt, you pill.
Okay, so what does an Olympic shooter typically wear?
A ball gown.
A ball gown.
Yes, a ball gown. Definitely a ball gown.
Why not?
I said a ball gown.
What's a bowl gown?
It's a thing with it's a gown with a real life ball on it that can actually, when you do something mean, it butts you in the head with his horns.
Sounds like good.
Wow, you should have one of those in your house.
No. Fun mom and dad should. I don't have it. Ma'am Birch shouldn't, or me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I can't figure out what
It's a
people wear.
ball gown.
Okay, Sage. Okay, Sage.
And also, does anybody know what the Tour de France is?
Yes.
Okay, because like a long time ago, like all the Tour de France people cheated. All of them.
I don't doubt
Even
it.
the best biker in the world.
Yeah, Tour de
Why?
France is rife with doping.
Yes.
Yeah.
They basically all
we had
do
a
it.
guy from Minnesota that was accused of that.
Yeah.
Lost
Every single
some-
one of them does it pretty
I don't know.
much.
Was he in the Tour de France? Is that
Yes.
the one that he? Yeah.
Same with Lance Armstrong. Didn't he get booted for cheating?
Yeah, I think he
Isn't
got
he
a
the
couple of his
Minnesotan?
things stripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong was from Minnesota, right?
No.
No.
The guy you're thinking of, he had a bike shop down on 51st in France, 49th in France. But I can't remember what his name was.
49th in Tour de France?
Oh, get it? See?
Ew. Okay, the Turkish guy, he actually won silver.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
And yeah, he didn't have any ear or eye protection, and he kept one of his hands in his pocket the whole time.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Like
What?
he just took out, he like had one hand in his pocket,
Like a-
just like boop-a-doop-a-doo, took out his gun, silver medal. It is what it is.
Peace out.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody like this guy that Ilana Mar or whatever her name is, the rugby woman. Everybody, she's
Ilana
all
Omar?
over. Yeah,
Ilhan Omar, yeah.
She's all over Walmart.
Oh, what is her name?
Oh, the Tour de France lady. That's her name.
You are.
He's killing himself today, I'll tell you.
He really
No,
is.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
no, really. You're a great crowd.
No.
What a crowd. What a crowd.
I think it's Ilana Mar. It's something. She's all over the internet.
Oh,
Everybody loves her because
Okay.
women's rugby America got
Something.
bronze. Yeah, we got bronze.
Yes.
I think it's the first time U.S. has ever medaled
Oh.
in women's rugby.
Really?
no,
I
rugby's
think.
fairly
Wait.
new here. I mean,
Yeah,
we have not been playing it.
It only
for-
kind of exists in a handful of countries.
Yeah, that's a rough sport, man.
hmm
Why don't you make a little more
Yeah.
noise
I
over
don't
there?
think they wear very much protection, do they?
Rougher
No,
than
they
No,
don't
they wear
run-
anything.
It's
they don't wear
actually
any-
They're a
rougher
mouth
than
guard. That's it.
it's actually rougher than tackle football.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
I
is.
believe it.
I mean, this woman, there are videos of her. She's like rushing down the field. She's shoving people in the face. Like it's
What
intense.
sport is this?
Rugby.
Rugby.
Really?
Yeah, her name is
Rugby's really rough.
Ilana Mar.
I didn't know you could
Maher?
do that.
I don't know. Yeah, they just wear a mouth guard. That's it. But yeah, she's all over the internet. And then there's this.
Is rugby like soccer only with tackling?
No, you use your hands.
It's like football, more
It's-
or less.
Yeah, more
Oh.
like football
Okay.
than soccer. And then there's a couple. The woman that got the gold for long jump, and she's engaged, I think, to a guy that's a double amputee, and he's going to be in the Paralympics in 2 weeks, and
Oh.
they were all over the internet.
Is the
and
Paralympics still in France?
That's an interesting question. Where?
I have no idea.
Paralympics. Looks like it, yes. Starting on
Paris,
the 28th.
France,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense that they would use all.
Yeah,
of
they've got all
same-
the stuff set up. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
2
sense.
weeks.
Uh-oh.
549 events across 22 sports.
There you go.
I actually think that that's more is really fun to watch because I mean they're up against so much and they are doing a lot.
Yeah, like the visually impaired runners and stuff. Where
Yeah.
it's like they have to have a guide with
Yeah,
them,
it's
and
amazing.
like it's just
Mm.
You think
Yeah.
about running with your eyes closed and how scary that would really feel.
Yeah,
yeah.
no thanks.
it's like
Yeah.
they're just running, and yeah, they have contact with their guide, and the
But
guide
only so
just-
much
Yeah, but only so
contact.
much.
And blind
it's-
football, same thing.
Blind football. How do you catch the ball?
It sounds impossible.
Yeah, blind football. Where'd you hear
No,
about
the ball makes noise.
Huh.
that? Oh,
Oh,
mean like you?
Yeah,
Are you a blind?
I make noise.
Are you a blind football?
he does
yeah, you're
make
right.
Noise.
Football five-a-side, commonly known as
Okay.
blind football, Paralympic sport.
oh,
Yeah,
that would be kind of
he's-
interesting to watch.
He's excited for all of this.
He is very excited for all of it.
Yeah, and wheelchair tennis. He's excited about wheelchair tennis.
We watched special needs 3-on-3 half court when we saw Hoop Fest out in Spokane.
Special
Exactly.
needs is
They were
passe.
Oh, you can't
I
say
don't
that
know.
anymore?
What are you supposed to say now?
Disabled.
Disabled.
Can you say anything anymore?
I thought disabled was before special needs.
I
didn't
can
like
say
that.
everything.
I was
You
told
don't
when
want
I was a
special
kid, disabled was mean. You had to say differently
It's- I was
able.
gonna say,
Yeah,
now
differently
yeah,
able.
now
Yep,
it's just,
now it's disabled again.
just
Oh, okay.
disabled.
All right, so
Mhm.
disabled basketball, and they were so passionate about it. It was adorable.
No, yeah.
I mean, except for the one woman, if she didn't make her make a point
Basket.
Basket.
she was like almost crying every time.
Mm.
Oh, no.
I let the team down.
Oh.
Just
she
like
is very
Sage is
emotional. It was really
Would
Sage.
you get away from me with those? What's the matter with you? Oh, now mom's gonna
She's
punch
gotta
you.
take it away.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna squirt it at him.
well, you weren't supposed to be taking them out. You did
Nope.
not follow instructions.
Yeah, you pill.
No. She only said if I squirted it one more time.
I don't think that's what she said. But
Yeah?
you can go argue with her about that in the other room.
Here she comes to punch you in the stomach.
Okay. Wow.
It's the least likely thing to ever happen is somebody in this family punching someone else. Never happened.
Unless you're children.
I do have to mention something that we over the weekend, whether it was at the Carver County Fair or is at at Pure Lima in Wayzata, we ran into 11 listeners to this show, and it was interesting. At Pure Lima, the young man who came over and introduced himself was a very, very nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He recognized Alex's voice. That's how he knew it was her.
Ew.
Look at that.
Heyo.
Pays to be loud.
Yeah, it pays to be loud. That's exactly right. But no, it was very nice. We ran into 11 listeners. They listened to both shows, the morning show and this show.
Did you eat all the popcorn from the fair?
No, there's a whole bag still.
It
That
was very good
popcorn.
mixed kettle corn. It had kettle corn,
Oh,
cheese
God, it was
corn,
good.
and like regular
Some other
popcorn.
kind of
It was
corn.
so good.
All the corn.
No, that corn. There's another full bag of it at the house.
Okay.
No, it's phenomenal. It's really good.
It
And
is really
everybody
good.
Fair
is so
corn.
nice. Fair
She
corn.
said they sell out every day of the mixed.
Okay.
Well, that's
Really,
We
really
went.
good.
Yeah.
We went to the Vikings game on Saturday, and they said that they couldn't keep up with the popcorn.
Oh yeah.
She was
I
like, "There's
don't
a
doubt
20-minute wait for
Yep.
popcorn." She's like,
It's probably
"For
because it's the
some
cheapest
reason-
thing to eat
Well,
nowadays.
she's like, "For some reason today, and it was the first game of the season, so they were just like, everyone is buying popcorn today."
Oh,
I don't know.
anyway, it was fun. What else? There was a sausage kiosk at
Oh
the
yeah,
Carver County Fair.
Cynthia's sausages or
Yeah,
something
she makes
like
them
that?
all. They make them all themselves, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Irish one was really good.
Super good.
No, the whole thing was just, it was a great weekend
Yeah.
hanging out with all the families and all that stuff. It was really, really
Chickens and pigs and
Chickens and
cows.
pigs.
Every
Oh, so there
farm
were
animal you
chickens.
can. There were
Okay.
many. There were too many chickens, arguably.
Well, it was nice because for kids under 7, that county fair was big enough. It had all kinds of stuff. There's a
Mhm.
free
Yeah.
petting zoo. You didn't have to pay to do that.
right.
The animal barns you got to see a lot of different chickens, but not a million different chickens. It didn't take forever to get through it. It was really nice for kids.
What's he laughing about now?
He's not supposed to have
He
that.
must have climbed.
Oh,
I didn't climb.
How did you get it? It was like 7 feet up.
okay then.
What?
Are you drunk?
Okay.
So apparently
hitting
it's
the booze?
alcoholic.
Yeah,
boba.
what's in that boba?
Yeah, what's in there? It's alcohol induced.
Okay, Sage, if you do
It
take,
actually does have caffeine in it.
it has like 2 grams of caffeine in it.
Well, obviously he's
Fawn
sensitive to
Fawn
it.
Fawn's boba tea has 3 grams.
Oh, 'cause it's
more
got-
gram than
'cause
mine.
hers-
Does it have green
bigger.
tea in it?
Must.
Green tea has caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What were we just talking about? Because I wanted to
The
make
fair.
a comment. Oh, the Carver County Fair.
Yes. Oh, you were recognized as the popcorn king.
Yes. And again, that started
Recognized.
35 years ago. I was invited to the Carver County Fair when I had just started the KQ Morning Show I guess 2 years earlier. And they asked me if I'd come out and make an appearance at the Carver County Fair. I said, no, absolutely. So I get there very cool. I talked about it on the morning show too. But I get there and I'm backstage and I look out and the place is just packed with people. I mean, they're all lined up. I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. They all showed up. It was nice to see. I walk out on stage and about 50 people all at once said, you're not the popcorn king. Because I guess there was a guy named Tom Barnard who was known as the
Oh,
popcorn
yes.
king out in Carver County. And I don't think he's around anymore because we tried to find him. But
No, I haven't been able to find no trace of this popcorn.
Oh.
Right,
I've looked
right.
and I
You're
don't know.
Tom Barnard, Bop.
It is true.
Bop Bop. Yeah, I'm a Bop Bop
Yeah,
king.
you are the popcorn king. Whoever knows?
I am now. I'm now the
Yes.
popcorn king
Yes,
because
you
the
are.
other
Yes,
Tom
you
Barnard.
are.
Gauntlet has
You're
been
the
passed.
popcorn king. You're
Stole
the
his
popcorn
identity.
king. The popcorn king. The popcorn king.
There you go. And there's your jingle right there.
Mhm.
There's my
There's your
jingle.
Anytime you enter a room, that song will play.
Should we tell Alex and the audience about Ethan's first nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He had
Very
a
harrowing
nightmare.
nightmare.
Oh dear, what was it?
So, at 2 a.m. every night, we go in there and make Ethan go potty because it's
Mhm.
like we're trying to night train him
Oh,
as
yeah,
best
yeah.
we can. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Sure.
And sometimes it takes him a while to go back to sleep. So Melissa's laying with him, waiting for him to go back to sleep. And he starts talking in his sleep and like thrashing around. And he's going, "Don't want to put bike away, Daddy." And he kept repeating that over and over. I was making him put his bike
Oh,
away.
no.
That is a nightmare.
Mhm.
How could you,
That's
Andy?
that's a 2.5-year-old's biggest nightmare is having to put toys away.
Yeah.
Playtime's
doubt.
over. Sorry.
Sorry
Well,
about that.
and toddlers and preschoolers are very fickle people. And right now,
Yes.
I am apparently
You're the queen.
I'm the queen
Oh.
to Ethan.
No-
All of a sudden,
no doubt
he's
about
like,
it.
he wanted to go with me on the carousel ride.
Yeah, we went on a
He wanted
carousel with
me to
Nana.
ride in the back with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at that phase now where if you get him to laugh about something, he wants you to do it 100,000 times.
100,000 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had him
Yeah.
laughing so hard. It was so
He
funny.
was laughing like a madman.
Yeah.
He was laughing really hard. What,
That's
honey?
good.
Tell my mom about the new voice for Ethan.
Oh, that's a
already
good-
knows.
good
That
idea.
that he starts real high and then goes low.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had the Italian accent. Then he sounded like a robot.
Yeah.
And now he
Mhm.
sort of sounds like an old lady. He's like, bouncy. Oh.
Yeah. He's got this shaky,
Oh.
high-pitched voice
Yes.
now.
And then,
But it drops down then.
and then he said, bouncy house. And then Anna said, bouncy house. And then Ethan laughed so hard. And then he keeps
Yeah.
needing Nana to do it. And she was like,
Yeah.
bouncy
Yeah.
house.
Yep.
Bouncy house.
Yep, he thought that was the
Bouncy
funniest
house.
thing in the whole wide
Bouncy
world.
Fun.
He was laughing a lot.
And
Fawn
then
used to
pretending to
do-
sleep and wake up.
Oh yeah.
He likes that one now
Fawn
too.
used to do the high-low thing, but there was no shaky old lady
No, but
aspect to
I
it.
know Ethan has gone through a lot of
lot of
weird voice
voices.
patterns.
I don't remember
I
Sage
wonder what his
doing
next
anything.
voice will be
All
like.
right, hopefully
I don't know,
normal.
It'll be like
Normal person voice.
Normal, please.
teepee. Or
We'll
like,
see.
I don't think it. I think it's just gonna stay that way.
What if his voice cracks next year?
Yeah, there
It
you
actually
go.
sounds like
Super
it's
deep.
it sounds like it's cracking.
It does
And it's
sound like
he's
it's
only
cracking.
2.5. They don't have voice cracking at 2.5. I don't think,
Yeah, next year it's going to be like,
unless he's going to sound like
can I have
Toots.
a pouch, Daddy?
Yeah, exactly.
I need food.
I need food now.
I don't remember.
I need food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he's like.
Food.
A great impression, I
Well,
thought.
Well,
It is a pretty good impression.
No question about it.
The chickens.
All right, I want to
Yeah.
run this by. I want to run this by Sage. Do you know the answer to this question? You ready?
And if he doesn't know, he will make it up.
Okay.
He's like AI.
You're eating apples wrong. How would you eat
Oh,
an
for
apple
God.
raw?
I know. Every year they do this.
Oh, do they?
I would
Yep.
just eat.
Clickbait.
I would eat the stem and eat. I wouldn't eat the part that you should eat. I would just
Just eat the other
dig
parts.
through it
Just
and
do it backwards.
eat the seeds and eat the stem, and that's what I would do.
And throw away
Okay.
the outside like a donut.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
All right, so here's the deal. Here's the problem.
What?
You're eating apples wrong. Washing fruit does not remove the pesticides from it.
Oh, this isn't about eating it from the top down like
No.
it
yeah,
always
or
is.
Like it
some
always
sort of
is.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, this has to do with the fact that if you eat apples, you're eating pesticides.
unless you eat organic apples.
Yes.
Unless you eat organic apples.
And
That's
even
the
then,
only
you got to
thing.
be careful.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, apparently Bill Gates made some sort of a
Yeah.
coating that was not good, but
Oh, I don't want bugs in
or
my
maybe it
stomach.
wasn't Bill
So
Gates. I don't remember who it was, but somebody had some sort of coating on apples. that
well,
was
they
not
wax
good.
apples. So I guess if
Yeah.
they mixed the pesticide in with the wax, then that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
I
you'd,
guess.
you'd have to like melt the wax off, basically.
Well, I know because like there are certain times where you get an apple and it's like a really waxy outside. And I
Yep.
wash it with soap and water, and
Yeah.
then it kind of gets it off.
Mhm.
But apparently, maybe that's all wrong.
Yeah,
According to this article.
Yeah,
All right, let me click on the article and see what it does say about this.
Clickety click.
Where is Bop Bop?
Where is Bop Bop? You're eating apples wrong. Washing fruit does not remove pesticides. Study finds. And then it says, a new study suggests that washing fruit, a precautionary measure taken by many consumers, is not enough to remove the toxic chemicals and pesticide residue. Published on Wednesday on the American Chemical Society's journal Nanoletters. Nanoletters?
Nanoletters.
What's that?
Must be something that a grandmother made.
The study adds fresh intel.
Sage Rasmussen,
You are
stop.
unbelievable.
You are-
So much
What a
noise.
goofball.
Gosh.
See, this is
it's-
why I love 3 generations of family being in.
Okay.
No.
Can you please stop doing that?
Okay.
Gets
No.
a good night's rest, and he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
Raring
exactly.
to go. And some caffeine.
The study's purpose is to share a technique researchers hope will enhance the detection of pesticides in food products, but it also proved that washing isn't cutting it when it comes to chemical removal. The study states cleaning options cannot wholly remove pesticides. So no matter how you try to clean your apple, you will not get all the pesticides off it.
Even if
Because
you
if you peel it.
Yeah, you'd have to
There you
peel
go.
your apple.
I know.
but
I've
feel like
seen
the
all kinds of
skin
things
is
on
so-
Instagram. You're supposed to give
Vinegar.
them a bath in the
Vinegar.
kitchen sink for 3 hours with vinegar and baking soda.
I'd
and
rather
it's
just
like
not eat an apple.
I was gonna say I'll just
Why don't
buy
they just
organic
stop-
apples and
why don't
try
they
my
just
best
stop?
to avoid it.
lacing the apples with stuff that's good, bad for you.
Because
Why?
otherwise all the apples go bad. Fruit flies eat it. And
Yeah.
worms
Well,
get in
I mean,
it. and-
aren't there some natural waxes that are edible that they could use?
Well, the wax isn't the problem. They've been waxing apples for hundreds of years.
Well, how do they get organic apples?
I think organic is allowed to use certain
Yes,
pesticides.
they're allowed to use certain pesticides that aren't proven to
right.
cause harm to nature.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's like you're
my
still
cat-
probably eating pesticides, but they're not like,
They're not gonna
guaranteed to
kill you?
kill you. Yeah.
Well, why don't they just say you have to use those pesticides instead of whatever the heck you feel like?
Because then Global Death Corp loses a whole lot of money.
Oh,
Global Death Corp.
Death Corp.
It's a little scary.
Mhm.
Who is a death corp anyway?
I don't know what a death corp
Yeah,
is
Andy.
either.
Who is it?
Me either. Who even knows what that is? I mean, like a 100-year-old man, or
What
I
the?
don't even know.
Yes, apparently you
Clearly.
do not know. It's very clear.
I know.
Okay, I have to ask you a
Sage.
question. Now, this is your future, Sage. You have to answer this.
No.
When I was your age, they used to have streetcars in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Were they named Desire?
You know what a
gonna
trolley-
say,
a trolley.
Desire.
And now that you're the same age I was then, Minneapolis St. Paul airport officials question Riverview streetcar plan.
Sweet cow.
Sweet cow.
Sweet
cow.
Sweet cow. Let's
Riverview
go to Sweet
streetcar.
cow for dinner.
We're not going to be able to finish any sentences today. It's just the way it is.
Have
Have you ever been on a streetcar?
I don't
yes, he's
think
been on a
I-
trolley.
I haven't. I
yeah,
don't think.
yeah,
I've
yep,
been on
San Francisco.
a trolley.
Oh.
Yes, I have.
You have been on a trolley?
Yeah.
Because they had a bunch of them in town in Minneapolis when I was a little boy, and they tore them all down. You know why they tore them all down?
Why?
Because 3 of the richest guys in the state bought the bus company.
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah.
why there's those tracks all
Yep.
over the place
Yep.
that no one ever uses?
That's exactly right.
Yes, when my mother
Hmm.
first moved to Minneapolis from a small town in southern Minnesota, she used to take the streetcar to work, to school, to the grocery store.
yep.
They never needed a car. It was
Hmm.
wonderful, and it was super cheap.
It was super cheap.
Remember when we went to San Francisco?
How many
Andy-
dollars was it? I mean, like,
Probably it was
It's-
5 cents.
Yeah, I was
or-
going to say it's probably a cent.
You probably bought a trolley pass for $1 and you could go all month on
Probably
that.
true, yeah.
Anyway, we brought Andy out to San Francisco when he was very small, and we're like, we got to jump on a streetcar. You got to do it when you're in San Francisco, right? And
Mhm.
somebody was talking about how you could tell the real San Franciscans from tourists because nobody pays for the trolleys
Hmm.
Right.
if you're from San Francisco.
Right.
So I was sitting on the trolley, and the conductor guy comes through, and I really struggled with, do I just look the other way and pretend I just have been on the trolley forever, or do we pay? And of course, being from Minnesota, we paid for it.
Well, it's very like tragedy of the commons behavior, because I mean, so paying for this is tourist behavior because they don't know that you can just get on.
Right.
But then no one pays for it. It shuts down, and they start wondering, where'd all our infrastructure go?
Right.
That's true. That is very
It's
true.
very dumb, short-sighted behavior.
Well, it's like when Mike Molina was on the show, he was taking the light rail from St. Paul to Minneapolis,
Yep.
and he said nobody ever paid. They all jumped the
Yep.
turns. I don't even know if there is a turnstile. I think they can just go
Yeah, I
on
think you
there,
can
and
just get
nobody was
on and off,
checking.
yeah.
Nobody.
Now, we should mention that Mike Molina was about 6'4", weighed probably about 300 pounds of solid muscle, and they still threatened to beat him up on the streetcars. And he's
Yeah,
like,
he said it was a
"Yep."
pretty
It's a big guy.
horrible
It
experience
was
to
a
take.
terrible
light
experience.
rail.
I stopped probably 6 years ago. I just started noticing it's like, wow, these young women sure aren't wearing much clothing, are they?
a little hooker action. On
Yeah. And I
Oh.
was like,
Who wants
oh,
a hooker
okay.
for dinner?
You don't even know what a hooker
Oh,
is.
that.
Let's
Somebody
not
makes
say-
they
let's
make
not
a
start
blanket.
talking
They make
about
a
it.
blanket.
Saying this word. Let's
Yeah.
not
For
say-
dinner.
Shh. Let's maybe not say words like that in front of.
They
Sage.
make rugs.
Yeah.
That's
I
what they
want
do.
rugs for dinner.
Want rugs for dinner?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of things kids don't know what they're saying, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it in front of Sage, unfortunately.
'Cause he'll say it.
Ethan said something funny this morning.
What did it start with?
It's SHIT.
Oh,
Oh.
He knows how to spell.
shoot.
Oh, well,
Wonder where he
I
got
can-
that from.
I'll censor the word to shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have this bread that we keep in the freezer so it lasts longer.
Mhm.
And I take the bread out, and I'm like completely unable to separate the slices.
Yes.
And
Okay.
one of the slices breaks apart.
Mm.
And Ethan says, "Bread broke, Daddy." And I said, "Yeah, the bread did break." And he said, "It's a shoot of peace." And And I'm like,
He's headed backwards.
yep. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is.
That's very, very
Shoot
funny.
of peace.
It's a shoot of peace.
He doesn't know what that means. He
Oh,
just,
so funny.
But he was right.
yeah, he was right.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shoot of peace.
I just got a headline that appeared on my phone.
Just appeared.
Vera Lydell, the former food service director for Harvey School District 151, has pleaded guilty to stealing $1.5 million worth of food.
I saw this. It was like
Is that
11,000.
Minnesota again?
No, this is
Oh.
New York.
Well,
Chicago. I
Oh,
thought.
Chicago. Oh, yeah, it's one
well,
of
the
those big
pure
cities, whatever.
success of stealing
Mhm.
funds to feed children in Minnesota should probably inspire many
Yes.
Well, this
people
was just
to do
like
it in other communities.
so. It was during the COVID shutdowns. So they would deliver the food, and this one woman was in charge of getting it to where it needed to go.
Mhm.
So she just would take it home.
oh,
And she ended up stealing like 11,000 boxes of chicken wings.
What did she
Where-
do with all of
I
where
them?
do you
sold
store
them.
11,000
Yeah, like, what do you-
boxes of
I'm
chicken
sure
wings?
she must have sold them, but there's no way you could eat that much chicken wing
No.
in like a
Like,
year.
where would you even put? Yeah.
Yeah,
Where would you put that?
How many walk-in freezers would
Yeah.
you need to?
Yeah, apparently
that?
one of the actuaries or whatever was like, we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars more than usual
Oh,
on
they
food.
have oversight in that state.
I know, it's
Wow.
interesting,
You
huh?
know, actually. And what's that? There's a DFL candidate in what was it, Alexandria, Minnesota, that they stole 240 Trump signs,
Mhm.
and they're actually getting charged.
What do you mean stole like out of the yards?
They stole them. They took them out of yards. I guess the
Huh.
wife of a candidate ran around stealing Trump signs.
No,
Like,
that's what I call petty theft.
See?
I
Now you're
mean,
talking.
how?
I know,
Ugh.
it's sad.
Boy, that is the definition of filthy politics.
Well, they
right
shouldn't
there.
go. Those people should not go to the Carver County Fair
No,
because
Probably
that
not.
one
that was
one
very pro.
booth.
Yeah,
There was
Well,
this
I'm sure
one
it's a
booth.
very pro-Trump
It was
area.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
basically it was like a tent with like a vendor in it,
oh, that's your
And it's
little
just like-
trait.
packed full of Trump stuff.
Oh,
I was like, huh, interesting.
Well, there
Neat.
are only 4 districts.
Oh, no.
Is it still 4? No. Yeah. No, there are 5 now, I think. Districts in Minnesota that do vote Democrat.
That's true. It's all Minneapolis and Duluth.
Minneapolis,
Basically.
Duluth, Rochester, because the Mayo Clinic's there.
Oh yeah,
Fargo, North Dakota, or it's
the not North Dakota.
the
part.
not North Dakota part. And then there's one down.
Watch out for Judy, please.
It's directly west of Rochester, but I don't know what town that would be. The entire rest of the state all votes.
Mhm.
And the reason I even bring this up,
I know. Listeners, what's west of Rochester?
what's
Quickly.
west of Rochester?
Rochester.
It looks like it's
I'm
about
gonna say
50,
Hutchinson.
50 miles west of Rochester.
Oh, Hutchinson is not even close to
No.
Rochester.
Well, that's why I just said it.
Mankato.
Oh,
No.
maybe.
But here's what I don't understand.
I don't
Once-
know enough about geography.
This is another one of those things that I don't understand why a governor of a state would say this.
Okay.
Because we just pointed out most of the state, as far as land is concerned, votes Republican.
Sure.
But where all the people live, votes Democrat. That's why it's a highly Democratic state. And the governor referred to the rural areas of Minnesota as nothing but rocks and cows.
Yeah, he said that a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Why would you say that about a state you're the governor of?
The left
Because he
wing has
could-
been open about their hatred of rural people forever.
He can
God, I
say whatever he
guess.
wants because he's got the press on, to
Yeah, I
run cover for
suppose.
him at every opportunity. It's just
I
how
just-
it is here.
Why all the hatred? Would you stop with the hatred? That's
I
all I'm
agree.
The statements like that endear them to the type of bug hive voters that they
I
rely
guess.
on.
Right.
I guess.
Let's
I
see.
just-
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. That was the other Andy. That was Mankato. Is that area?
Oh, Mankato. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know Mankato was that far away.
Oh, yeah.
I
Mankato.
guess it's 10
And
million
that's-
miles.
They have,
away.
Aren't
that's
there-
a school.
There are 2 colleges
There's a
there. I
college
think.
there, right?
MSU, he says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MSU. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a pretty town. I think.
But I don't understand why the governor would insult the rest of the state just because they don't vote for you.
Because
Well,
the
that's why.
population centers are on lock, so he can say whatever he wants.
But why would you do it? I mean,
Well,
hey, it's
they were-
nice. I'm running the state.
A lot of communities were very upset with Walz over his vaccine mandates
Oh,
and
yeah,
his
yeah.
shutdowns and
Mhm.
his refusal to open up schools. And and there was a lot of pushback, whereas I guess people
Yeah.
from Minneapolis just loved it, except for business owners.
Right.
Well,
And
yeah.
people outstate were very upset about it. So he was just getting mad and said
Mhm.
something mean.
No, and like I said, the kind of people who vote for him like that kind of thing
I
because it makes them
guess.
feel superior. It's like, oh,
I guess.
we are the cultured ones.
Mm-hmm.
Love wins.
All
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Well, I know you guys are going to miss this, but the show's going to wrap up, so you're not going to hear any more Sage for at least 24 hours.
It's gonna be a bit.
Any
No?
closing words? Any closing words from you?
Uh,
Oh, now he can't talk all of a sudden.
He's thinking. He'll come up with something.
Okay. I dropped. There's this thing, part of a kite that I dropped in the hallway, so I need to get that. It's near the elevator.
Okay.
Oh.
Hopefully it's still. We'll go
Yeah.
look for it right now.
Okay.
Ted!
Then you
Okay.
can go and fly a kite.
mhm.
No, it's a mini kite. Mini.
Well,
And
you
it's
can
not
still a kite.
windy
Go
enough.
and fly a mini kite.
Oh.
No, it's not windy.
You
at
could
all.
probably just turn on a box fan and
Yeah,
fly it in front
there
of
you
the
go.
fan.
or blow on it.
It is
All
very
right,
small.
that is
I
gonna
can
do
show-
it.
I'll show
What?
you. Okay.
What do we say? Oh, yeah, there's a kite
Oh.
right
Yeah, it
there.
Is
Yep.
that Jabberjaw?
I don't know.
Is he the meanest, leanest shark you ever saw?
I
Kinda looks
actually
like it.
got
Just
it at
kinda-
Target. It was only $1.
It was $1 at Target.
Yep, just like those
Okay.
dino
In
chompers.
the dollar section.
Nice.
Sweet.
All
All
right.
right.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Got a picture in my pocket, reminds me of this one was before. Every time I hear the singing, reminds me how you talking.